Sunday morning to you, Facebook and YouTube. How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy, and you know what time it is. It is the Sunday Sports Wrap-Up Show, and we're going to talk about some of the biggest and hottest stories from this past week in the world of sports. I hope you all are having a great weekend. And it's almost time to get back to that grind, to that 8 to 5 on tomorrow. But we're going to sit and talk a little bit, wrap a little taste for the next 30 minutes over some of the, again, hottest top sports stories from this past week. Make sure you come in, like, subscribe to the channel. That is Kendrick Sports Hustle. If you haven't already done so, make sure you share this to all your social media platforms. Again, make sure you comment. Don't be in them bushes. Let me know where you're watching from. And let's go ahead and have a conversation. I'm also live on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. If you haven't followed me there, make sure you do that. We already got people in the chat over here in my Packers room. We got Joe talking about Bear Down. We got some Bear fans already then came up in there. I got somebody saying Green Bay is #1. He really ain't saying that, but that's what I'm taking it as. Who is that? I missed the name, but no, we are #1. 50 days, big bro. Bear down. Yep, it's coming. Boy, these Bears fans be up in this Packers chat. You feel me? What's up, Keno? Bear down. I appreciate that, man. Y'all make sure y'all come in. Y'all tap this screen on TikTok. Get them likes up. And also share this live on TikTok. Hold the middle of your cellular device. Go down your friend list. Go ahead and share this live. We're going to have a little fun. And I give you some love. There's some Vikings fans over there. We got a Lions fan and then jumped in here. So yeah, it's going down over in TikTok. I always have a lot of fun with a lot of the guys, ladies and gentlemen that come and watch, and we just talk a little trash back and forth. So let's go ahead and get into our first segment. Again, we're talking NFL news and notes. We're just gonna kind of recap of some of the biggest stuff that happened this week. Obviously, TJ Watt, All-Pro linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They was having some contract issues. Well, they finally got it done. I think it went down on Thursday. TJ Watt agreed to a 3-year, $123 million extension. 108 of that is guaranteed. He is now the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. It started out with Max Crosby as far as edge rushers. Then it was Myles Garrett. Now it is TJ Watt. It also had Jamar Chase sprinkled in there. He was the highest non-paid quarterback in history as well. But now it is TJ Watt for the Steelers. So they got that done. So now we know Dallas Cowboys edge rusher Michael Parsons. He's done peeped all this. He done peeped all these numbers. And I guarantee you, Michael Parsons is going to end up breaking the bank, and it's going to end up being the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history pretty soon. So that's going to be happening pretty soon. I'm sure the Cowboys always to me, they wait too late to get these contract numbers done. They try to hold out to the very end, and they end up a lot of times playing a whole lot more than they probably should have. What's up, Cooper? How you doing? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate the love. Fat Man Ray says Caleb is Jordan Love's father. Fat Man, you need to lay off the food and the weed, brother. Yeah, because that right there, Caleb damn so ain't his daddy. Caleb got to figure out who his daddy is first. So we're going to go there. No disrespect, Caleb. But you damn so ain't Jordan Love's daddy. So we're gonna leave that conversation right there. So again, TJ Watt did get his money. He's been all 8 years with the Steelers. He'll be 31, in October. So he's going to eventually end up probably retiring as a Steeler. Over his career, he has 108 sacks. He's a 4-time All-Pro and a 7-time Pro Bowler. Let's talk about another player that broke the bank. I don't think a lot of people talked about this. Appreciate the follow, Chris. Sauce Gardner, cornerback for the New York Jets. He got paid. Matter of fact, he signed a 4-year, $120.4 million extension. 60 of that is guaranteed. That makes him the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. He was the 4th pick in the 2022 NFL draft out of Cincinnati, and he's played in 48 out of a possible 51 games in his 3-year career. So I always say your availability is your best ability. And Sauce Gardner has shown Adam Schefter just tweeted Terry McLaurin to Chargers. Oh, are you serious? Whoa, Tony, are you? Hey, one of my chat buddies just said that Adam Schefter just tweeted that Terry McLaurin, the Washington Commanders leading wide receiver the last few seasons, is headed to the Chargers. Whoa, it is legit. That is insane. I agree, Tony. That is freaking insane. Because there have been some contract dissension. There were some issues. I had talked about this on yesterday during my live on TikTok, that Terry McLaurin was possibly not going to show up for training camp. Hall of Famer Joe Theismann went on a radio show last week and was pleading with the Commanders front office to get something done to make sure McLaurin ain't going nowhere. They traded Terry and a third for Ladd. Wow. Well, that's the big news right there. So I'm assuming the Commanders feel comfortable with Deebo Samuel being their lead guy. I guess that's why they said, you know what? We got Deebo Samuel now. There's no need to even go through this. Man, from what I was reading and from what I listened to from Joe Theismann, Hall of Fame, former Washington Redskins quarterback, he says that the other intangibles that McLaurin brought to that team, you know, being a locker room vet, being a locker room captain, how he led on and off the field. But again, now this hasn't been confirmed, but my guy over here in my TikTok chat says Adam Schefter tweeted that Terry McLaurin, the Washington Commanders wide receiver, is headed to the Chargers in a trade. Now, again, once I get done with this live, appreciate that, Jay. I appreciate that. It ain't really my man cave. I got to tell the truth. It is an image that I'm running through my green screen. But it's going to be my man cave. This is what it's going to look like. And I'm speaking it into the universe. Once I get a little bit more of that cheddar. Nah, it's a lie. Schefter didn't post anything on Twitter. I just checked. Okay. All right. So now we have a conflicting. There's one person that said Schefter tweeted it. Now I got another watcher saying, appreciate it, Jay. Appreciate the love. Some saying he didn't. Then another one said he didn't. Tony says you get a notification in a moment. Tony says that Schefter just posted it. His most recent post was 3 hours ago, is what Cooper said. Again. Once I get done, get off and do live. I'm definitely gonna make sure I can get some confirmation on this. But this is what we're being told. This is what is being said. A couple of my TikTok viewers over here saying that Adam Schefter did tweet that Terry McLaurin was headed to the Chargers. Now back to Sauce Gardner again. He signed that big contract, making him the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. He's a two-time All-Pro, two-time Pro Bowler, and he was the 2022 Defensive Rookie of the Year. So again, Sauce Gardner got his money. Terry McLaurin is trying to get his, and the Commanders, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they pulling this chain. And speaking of the Commanders, we're going to stay with them. They also signed veteran Super Bowl champ Von Miller, two-time Super Bowl champ, by the way. They signed him to a one-year, $6 million deal. That is, the Commanders, to bring him on, is to help that front four to get them a little bit more of a pass rush. So there you go. Who's going to win the Packers' backup running back job? I really don't know. Speaking of that, training camps, since we kind of talk, I see you, Wizard Ranger, bear down. Vaughn is he's 36. He's 36 now. He didn't, Sal says he didn't get traded to the Chargers. So again, we're going to keep our eye on this Terry McLaurin story because there's conflicting reports out there. Some saying he did get traded to the Chargers. Some say he didn't. Was that a fake Adam Schefter tweet? A lot of times people create these fake sports media stuff, these fake tweets and stuff, and these fake profiles. I wonder, is this coming from a fake profile? Again, I don't know. We'll check it out. Who's the best running back in the NFC North? That's Josh Jacobs, hands down. In my opinion, I like Adam Jones too. For the Vikings, obviously he was a former Packer. But I'm definitely gonna go with my guy, Josh Jacobs. Sal said it's fake. Only big news today is dude from Detroit out for the season. Okay, and I like Jahmyr Gibbs. They different type backs, Tony. I don't want to say they just different type backs. Gibbs is electrifying. I will say that Jahmyr Gibbs is a game breaker. Josh Jacobs is probably not a game break runner, but he's good between the tackles and he's north and south. Jahmyr Gibbs can take it to the house anytime he touches it, and that's just facts. So they just totally two different type backs, in my opinion. I'm a believer in the Nate Hobbs to get this defense some edge. I hope so, because we're definitely going to need a little bit of edge, and we're going to need a little bit of a pass rush too, as well, in my opinion. Speaking of the NFL, let's go to the training camps, ladies and gentlemen. Training camps are about to kick off for most of the 32 teams. Just to give you the dates, most of them going to be reporting starting either Tuesday or Wednesday. We got the Cardinals. They start Tuesday the 22nd. The Falcons start Wednesday the 23rd. The Ravens the 22nd. The Bills the 22nd. The Cowboys actually start tomorrow. They actually report. Players fly into Oxnard today. I got a good brother of mine, former colleague of mine, Michael Coleman, who is the sports director at the ABC affiliate in Tyler, Texas, KLTV. He and chief video journalist Arthur Claiborne have arrived in California today. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to get something live with Michael sometime during the week where we can talk Cowboys camps. So keep it locked here. I'll probably be going live either Wednesday or Thursday with Michael Coleman, again, sports director for KLTV, the ABC affiliate in Tyler, Texas. And he's going to be joining me live from Dallas Cowboys training camp. And we're going to be talking about what the Cowboys going to be doing under first-year head coach Brian Schottenheimer. What's the expectations? Again, if you don't know, I'm in Texas, guys. Even though I'm a loyal Packers fan, I was born in the mill. I'm Milwaukee born, Texas raised. But I live in Tyler, Texas. So just to give you a heads up why. So I'm in Cowboys country / Houston Texans country. But there's a lot of Packer fans in this area too, by the way. And a lot of Steelers fans as well here in Texas as well. What's up, Eric? How you doing? What are your opinions on pass rush? Gary struggled a little early on in the 4-3. My opinion is I think we definitely need to – I wish we could get Trey Hendrickson. By the way, yeah, just an update on him too as well. How about them Cowboys, Tim Rembert? I see you. Vikings don't own no goddamn body, man. Vikings just got to figure out what they're going to be at the quarterback position. They got their own troubles. But I definitely think the Packers, we definitely got to get better in the pass rush. And I was just saying Trey Hendrickson with the Bengals, he's not reporting to camp, what I read. So most likely, I don't know what's going to happen with that deal. I would love for us to see if we can make a trade for Hendrickson to get him to Lambeau. See if we can work something out with them Bengals and bring him there, because that definitely will elevate our pass rush game to a different level with Hendrickson. So we're gonna keep our eye on that to see any more developments on him, and maybe we can do that. September 4th, leave town. I love to see LVN have a jump in production. But yeah, Luca Van Ness, yeah, me too. But I think he definitely needs to. Luke, I think I called him Luca. It's Luke Van Ness. I think he needs to definitely step it up. We need him. We need his pass rushing ability. I thought thoughts on your Bears. No hate, just curious your thoughts on their moves. My thoughts again. I'm just keeping it real. I think the Bears made some pretty decent moves. Especially for that to kind of show up that offensive line for Caleb Williams. And I think they're going to be better. And this is I'm just being straight honest. I ain't, as much as that's our biggest rival. For me, it is anyway. But I think the Bears are going to be I think they're going to be better. I do. I think Ben Johnson is going to bring a little bit of the different offensive scheme to them. And I think they're going to be better. And it starts at the front. It starts with them front, that front, the offensive line. If they can protect Caleb Williams and develop a run game, I think the Bears got some weapons. And that's no shade. And I'm being honest. In my opinion, I still think they're not better than us, but I think the Bears will be better, in my opinion. Lions on top don't matter. And why would you make your rival a trash team? Lions on top. Lions. We're gonna take the top of that. The NFC North is going to be between the Lions and the Packers. FTP. Yep, we're number one. I know. Thank you, me. Appreciate the love. Lions don't they have in the last. I would have to admit, Xavier, they don't own our franchise. Y'all have had some y'all have had some success the last couple of years, Detroit Lions. I'm gonna give y'all props. But damn it, y'all been in the dumps for years. So yeah, y'all just learn how to have a little success. Learn how to then just enjoy it. Because we taking you down. Yeah. Just enjoy the little success you had. Again, I still think the Lions and the Packers are the best teams in the NFC North Division, with Chicago and the Vikings at the bottom. That's my opinion. Lions lost both coaches. To be honest, I think they flopped this year. They do it. They had to replace both their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. All love, just talking to. I know, and that's what I said on yesterday. I tell my people, I like the back and forth and the banter, and it's all love. As long as let's just keep it respectable. As long as we respect one another, man. Y'all, this is where you come to talk trash. Come right here to the Packers chat room. Come here to the Packers man cave, and you can talk trash, and we're gonna have a good time, especially when the season start. You feel me? So again, let's just be respectful to each and everyone that's in the chat. But let's go ahead and get our trash talk on. Appreciate the follow, Witty. Appreciate that. The only team in the North with a worse history than the Bears is Detroit. I have to agree with that. That's facts. That's facts over feelings, to be honest with you. That's facts over feelings. So back to the training camps kickoff again. I think I ended off with the Cowboys again. They arrived. The players arrived today. The Browns, their training camp kicks off on Tuesday, the 22nd. The Packers on the 22nd. The Texans on the 22nd. The Chiefs on tomorrow. Kansas City Chiefs. The Steelers, theirs kickoff on Wednesday, the 23rd. And the defending champs, the Eagles, their training camp kicks off on July 22nd. Yeah, it is. Thanks, sports. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Packers back. Yep, we back, and we coming for you, Lions. So there you have it. Those are the training camp dates. This is where we really can start seeing who's what and what's what. Obviously, the first 6 days is really not much. Day one of training camp is basically conditioning. This is mandatory across all the 32 teams. The second, the day 2 and day 3, they wear the helmets and they protective shirts. No live contact at all. Days 4 and 5, they do helmets, the protective shirts, the shells, and spiders. No live contact. And then day 6 is a mandatory day off. We're talking about training camp schedule. And then day 7 is finally the day they can get padded and they can do some hitting. And then that's when two-a-days are permitted on day 7 of camp. So just depends on what day your team starts. Like the Packers, they started will start on the 22nd. On the 29th, they will be able to do some fully padded practices with, some hitting and two-a-days and all that. So you just have to make sure you look at the dates of what your team is, when they start. Then 7 days after that is when they can start doing padded practices in two-a-days. Tim says, from Green Bay, go Pack, go. What's up, Tim? Much love to you. I was born in Milwaukee, Tim. Milwaukee born, Texas raised. My guy Chuzo says, I'm going to Ravens camp soon. That's what's up, Chuzo. Make sure you come back and report to the Packers room. Let us know what's happening in the Ravens camp. Lions get Hutch back. You're right. Aiden Hutchinson is a beast. I ain't mad about that. So, yeah. So all this is going down, NFL training camps. And then again, July 31st, which is a Thursday, that is when we will have the Hall of Fame game. And we're hopefully not going to get it rained out. We hoping for good weather. Even being a Bears fan, that is a badass man cave. I wish I could take credit for my good brother, my Bears fan, but it is a image that I'm running through a green screen. But this is my wish for. Eventually, I'm gonna get my real man cave, and it's gonna be like this, and I'm gonna be live in it, and I can tell you that it's gonna be legit when I'm doing this. I appreciate the follow, Johns. Now appreciate that. Now, a couple of teams are going to have some joint practices. The Cowboys and Rams are going to have joint practice August the 5th. The Panthers and the Browns, they're going to have joint practices. That starts August the 6th. The Colts and the Packers will have a joint practice. That would be August the 14th. The Texans and the Panthers will have a joint practice as well. That is August the 14th. So that is later on down the line. So you can look forward to that to see what your teams stack up against some of the other competition. Those were just a few of the teams that I pointed out. There's going to be some big storylines we know coming into the camp. A lot of attention is probably going to be on the Cleveland Browns because of Shedeur Sanders and that quarterback situation they got over there, who is going to be the starter come week 1 for the Browns. So that's going to be a big storyline. Also, the Jacksonville Jaguars, people are going to be following the Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter. Is he going to play? How much is he going to play both sides? How much is he going to play? I had read reports that he's going to play a whole lot on offense, is what I read. Don't know how accurate that is. That's going to be a big storyline. Then again, you got the Cowboys' new head coach, Brian Schottenheimer. What are they going to do? Pittsburgh Steelers, that's another big storyline. Aaron Rodgers signed. They traded for Jalen Ramsey. They sent Minka Fitzpatrick off. So the Steelers got a lot going on. They traded for DK Metcalf as well. So what are the Steelers going to do? That AFC North division is going to be it's going to be tight. That's going to be a big storyline. People are going to be watching as far as the Jets as well. Under their new head coach, Aaron Glenn, Justin Fields. Is this going to be a good fit for him? So that's going to be Jay. What about James Cook? Who did he sign with? Did he get traded or did he sign with somebody else? Or is he still with Buffalo? I'm glad you brought that up because I thought I saw that maybe he had signed somewhere else, but I think he's still in Buffalo. But I could be wrong, Michael. Appreciate you popping in. But so that's gonna be he's still in Buffalo. Okay, I mean I think he's gonna be their guy. As far as Josh Allen. Did they give him some weapons on the outside? That was one of the biggest things for Buffalo last year. They didn't really have any outside weapons. They traded for Amari Cooper, and that didn't go well. So with Josh Allen, the highest paid quarterback in the league, will he get some weapons in Buffalo? Buffalo gonna probably still win that division. I still think they're the best team in the AFC East. So there's gonna be a whole lot of storylines coming into these NFL training camps. So we're gonna keep you posted on all that. Again, there was some rumors out here that Adam Schefter had tweeted that the Commanders, just a recap from what we were talking about earlier, that they had been traded. Terry McLaurin, the wide receiver, had been traded to the Chargers. Now I think that was a fake account that put that out there, man. And I hate when people do that. I hate when that. So that's why I always try to go to a viable news source because I know a lot of times people they want to be first rather than be accurate and right because they want to be to say I was the first to broke it. Yeah, but it's always better to be right than first. I don't really give a crap about being first and reporting something. I want to make sure what I report is the truth and is accurate. But unfortunately, we live in this world now of social media, and everybody want to be first to post something and this and that. So eventually, sometimes we get played. By the way, so again, before we get out of here, I want to get you guys take on. Speaking of revamps and the storyline, Richard says I live 10 minutes away from where Buffalo hosts training camp. That's what's up. Vaughn was traded to Washington. Actually, he wasn't traded. I think he was released by the Bills and he signed with Washington, Michael, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he was traded. I think the Bills released him and he was able to sign. He just decided to sign with the Commanders. Green Bay, GPG game already. Now, Fox Sports 1, we have another summer shakeup over there. All 3 of their morning sports debate shows got canceled. That is Breakfast Ball with Danny Parkins, Carl Carton, and Mark Schleff. I always mispronounce his name, Super Bowl champ. That got canceled. The Facility with Emmanuel Acho, former Packer James Jones, LaShawn Shady McCoy, and Chase Daniel. That got canceled. As well as Speak with Joy Taylor, Keyshawn Johnson, and Paul Pierce. Joy Taylor is out at Fox Sports 1, by the way. They did not renew their deal. What is next for FS1 now? We're on the cusp of the NFL season kicking off in 6 weeks. And they have no morning sports debate shows as of right now. Now, I did read that Dave Portnoy is coming over. His podcast, they're going to be doing something with him for their college football stuff. But now, we on the cusp of the NFL season kicking off, and this is where the morning sports debate shows make their money. This is when they got a lot to talk about, and now they don't have any morning sports debate shows. I'd like to know you guys' thoughts. Are you shocked that all three of these shows were canceled? Did you even watch them? Did you even watch FS1? I'll be quite frank with you. I didn't watch any of those shows consistently. I watched clips of some of them. I didn't watch any of them. Matter of fact, I really don't even watch First Take or any. I don't watch any of them. I watch clips because, again, I said this on yesterday. I think fans are kind of worn out and tired of these sports debate shows, the formula for them. I think a lot of them, because a lot of them, they talk about the same things and the same teams all the damn time. That's my opinion. Vikings about to sweep that ass again. I think not. Y'all just got to worry about if y'all J.J. McCarthy going to be y'all quarterback, because I don't think he's going to be that guy. So don't worry about the sweep. Keep that broom in the closet. Yeah. It won't happen again, though, Skull Viking. But I see you. Much respect. I appreciate the follow, Blaine. So, yeah, I appreciate the follow, D-Nice. Appreciate that. South Boy, what's happening? Good Sunday to you. I see you laugh. Yeah, I'm laughing my ass off, too. Viewers finna sweep the Dodgers twice. Already appreciate the follow, Richard. So, again, yeah, Fox Sports 1, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board to see what they're going to do. Again, there's been word that possibly Max Kellerman and Tony Reale may be doing something at FS1. Don't know for sure, but I'm sure they're probably in talks with them. But again, I didn't watch any of those shows. Speak. I didn't watch The Facility. I didn't watch Breakfast Ball. I watched clips. So again, FS1 I think should try to do something different, and instead of try to compete with ESPN, because unfortunately, First Take is got the monopoly on that time slot, that morning sports time slot, man. And I don't see FS1 overtaking them. FS1, they still got Colin Cowherd, and they got Nick Wright and Broussard and Kevin Wilds, and that show, First Things First, and Colin Cowherd's show, but I don't even watch either of those either. So we'll see what happens with that. So again, I just let you guys know FS1, they having to regroup and revamp as well. So we'll see what they do. We'll see who ends up on that show. You wasted money on that decor, laughing out like, question everything. Yeah, you like it. If you didn't like it, you wouldn't have commented. I appreciate the follow, Alex. So again, we about to get out of here, guys. Again, NFL training camps, they kick off this week. Count 7 days from the start of your team, whatever date they start. Then that's when you get to see some hitting, some tour days, and the fellas get in those pads. So, no, it's all love, questions, everything. Hey, man, it's all love. It's all love over here. You come in here, hey, this is a safe space to come trash talk. This is a safe space. We're going to keep it respectable, but we can come in here and talk ish to each other and have a good time doing it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Michael. Yep. No, I don't go live every day. I'm probably going to start going live a little bit more often. I normally go live on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings. With the football season kicking off, I'm probably going to start going live a little bit more during the evening. What's up, 314? I see you, veteran. St. Louis in the house. Appreciate the love. So just keep it locked here. Follow me. Click your notification bell to be alerted when I go live, but I am going to step up my live game a little bit more here on TikTok, as well as on my YouTube channels, Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as on Facebook too. So Kendrick, the beard of knowledge. Hey, Veterans Mark, I appreciate that. I think I'm going to get a t-shirt made with that. You just gave me a great idea, Veteran Mark. I think I'm going to get that. Get a t-shirt made. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love. So again, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday, whatever that may be. And I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, stay hydrated, especially those in Texas, man. It's really getting hot out here. They talking about it's going to be triple digits probably next week. We're going to start hitting triple digits. So if you're out, you're working in this heat, no matter where you are, make sure you drinking your water and you keeping them fluids in you. I appreciate the gift. Do I play fantasy, Raider? I don't, but I'm going to start this year. I used to play it years ago. I stopped it. I just wasn't really keeping up with it, but I definitely am gonna get in it, and I'm definitely gonna start. And I'm probably gonna start this year. And I need to figure out who I want to join, whatever, because I know it's getting time for the draft too. It's about time for the fantasy draft here in a minute or two. So I got to get on my game and get that started. So we'll do that again. I am Kendrick, the sports guy. You can catch me here every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, as well as on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure, if you haven't already, follow me here right here on TikTok. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do that, Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. Make sure you follow them both on Facebook, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969. All right, so we're going to get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll keep it locked here this week. I'm probably going to go live with my good brother Michael Coleman, who's going to be live from Dallas Cowboys training camp. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Cowboys and what their expectations are under their new head coach, Brian Schottenheimer. So, again, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We will see you on the other side. And on the next report, I am out. Peace.